Sheffield United, their form reads 7 wins from their previous 9 games as the pre-match stadium announcer does his bit to whip the crowd up over on the far side. Chris Wilder stands on the edge of the technical area, shielding his eyes from the sun. So Sheffield United will play in this first half as we look here from left to right. So defending the end where the Blades travelling supporters sing the Greasy Chip Butty song to our left-hand side, and QPR immediately looking to make headway up on the edge of the penalty area. Now the Blades work it down the line, and a first chance for Tyrese Campbell to stretch his legs. He's got the beating of the defender for pace. It's worked back towards Gus Harmer, in swinging cross, and the height of it was too high. Wide it comes to the near side. In goes the cross from Paul, the glancing header away. 1 or 2 cries of shoot here as the effort does get struck by Jimmy Dunn. Ilyas Shahir stoops, but it will be Paul to bend it in left-footed. Those heads will rise, and again Dunn is the target. Michael Frey gets the flick on over and above his opponent. Here comes the South Korean Yang. Here's Ilyas Shahir, then Paul will take a pot shot. Chris Wilder, who looks on in his black Sheffield United tracksuit, he will see Harrison Burrows pick up pace over on the far side. Then he's dropped his shoulder, takes on his marker, in goes the cross, lovely cross, and the header looped across his own goal from Ronnie Edwards. The left-footed corner floats into the penalty area. The ball is volleyed goalwards by Tyrese Campbell, who is unmarked to the back of the 6-yard box. Immediately it's blocked. Here's Campbell again, dropping his shoulder, left and right. Then he gets the shot away, but it's blocked at source. And Queen's Park Rangers try and shuffle away for a little counter-attack, but Gus Harmer quickly looks to contest the ball. In goes the cross, glancing header, and Sheffield United have taken the lead. And it's Ben Brereton Diaz who stole in to make contact, and the downward header squeezes underneath Queen's Park Rangers goalkeeper Paul Nardian in. Great start in the capital, just what the Blades required. And it's Queen's Park Rangers 0, Sheffield United 1. Here's Ilyas Shahir, stood up there by Vinny Souza. He cuts in on his right boot, in swinging cross, and telling header away by Jack Robinson. It drops just inside the penalty area. Expect the right-footed in-swinger. So Shahir steps up, loops the ball in, and just with a couple of back paces, Michael Cooper makes a straightforward catch above his head. Now he blows his whistle. In comes Paul's free kick, left-footed. Cooper comes with the double-fisted punch away. Out it comes to the edge of the box, and the skidding shot from Jonathan Varane. Now Souza onto Brereton Diaz, who scoops the ball over the top, and Callum O'Hare is onside. 1 or 2 in the blue and white shirts were screaming for an offside call that was never coming. Sheffield United keeping possession here coolly and calmly, and it's slipped on now to Peck, who buffets away from Varane, and wide it comes to Diaz, into Callum O'Hare as he drives towards the dead ball line. He's dispossessed by Ronnie Edwards, but then it's won back. Good work there by Hamza Chowdhury on the right. In goes the cross, a hurried pass into the feet of Brereton Diaz. Now the Blades are defending. Yang to the dead ball line, good sliding challenge. Sheffield United protecting their 1-0 lead away to our left-hand side. In comes the corner, heads will rise, it will drop to the edge of the penalty area where Varane will play it square back to Yang, and Yang's left-footed effort brings a great reflex save. Michael Cooper pouncing to his left, makes the block. Fry up to the edge of the penalty area, left-footed effort. Now picking up speed on the far side, Jimmy Dunn. In comes another Queen's Park Rangers cross. A short header from Hamza Chowdhury. Sheffield United controlling things. Then Vinny Souza drops his shoulder. It's a little tight in the middle of the park, but he keeps the ball. And wide it comes again to Brereton Diaz as Souza continues his run up the pitch. Now Gus Harmer's been brought into play. Off it comes to Souza, back to Harmer. Harmer goes for it. Keeper's come out at the player's legs. Now Paul gets forward at left full-back on the near side, and now here's Shahir driving Hamza Chowdhury back to the corner of the penalty area. Shahir takes on his man. In goes the cross. It's a little dinked effort, nobody got a touch. They're forced to backpedal. Out it goes towards Kieran Morgan. Kieran Morgan's cross goes up after a big deflection. Paul then left-footed floats this one in, heads go up, and the quickest of them is Jack Robinson now, a goalmouth scramble. It's pushed by Ronnie Edwards to Paul, to Shahir, right-footed curler, and it has Michael Cooper full stretch. Paul will take, left-footed, hit with a low trajectory this time. The bouncing header from Steve Cook. There are no other goals apart from the one Diaz has scored here in the 3 o'clock kickoffs until now, and no offside. Indeed, there is now an offside flag against Michael Fry. He made contact 4 yards out. The fans thought that he'd been able to get there in the nick of time. He couldn't. So it will be a corner on the near side, with Sheffield United leading by 1-0 and looking to make it 2. Harrison Burrows with it, swept into the sunshine. Callum O'Hare's underneath the header. Call back onto Shahir, who loops the ball over the top of Anel Ahmedhodzic, whose header is loose and picked up here, driving through the middle of the park, and Morgan, who then shoots. In comes Paul's corner from the right-hand side. Floated ball. Ahmedhodzic, despite falling backwards, wins the header, and it goes out of play. That is the last action of the first half. So the second half begins. Sheffield United in the red and white striped shirts, playing as we look from right to left, attacking the School Lane end, which houses the Sheffield United supporters. A goal to the good then. Here's Varane. Will turn sharply into Shahir. Now Colback, back to goal. Fry, the big cumbersome centre forward for Queen's Park Rangers. Now the ball is won there on the near side. Up it goes towards Diaz. Off to Tyrese Campbell! What a goal! And a spectacular return to form for Tyrese Campbell, who picks up the ball on the turn just outside the 18-yard box and then let fly. Brilliant stuff. It's Queen's Park Rangers 0, Sheffield United 2. Referee blows his whistle. In swinging free kick. Dealt with by Sheffield United, helped on by Callum O'Hare. He tried to lever it past Varane, he might get the lucky break. Tyrese Campbell will pick it up, buffeting his opponent out of the way. Sheffield United counter-attacking here, up to the D and Brereton Diaz. Sheffield United just inching back towards the edge of their own 18-yard box as it's taken on there by Saito. Saito will shuffle it back to Shahir. In swinging right-footed cross, it hung very high in the penalty area. Off it goes to Smith, driving infield from the near side, the right. Peck with the lunge does enough to put Smith off his stride. QPR keep the ball. It's chipped into the penalty area in Fry's direction. Robinson gets the header away. Danger not fully cleared. Robinson's backward header, then a back heel. He's stopped on the line, and the hoops come again. Might be a nervy last 20-odd minutes as Smythe bends in the cross, and the referee points to the spot. Harrison Burrows looks at the match officials bemused. Referee blows his whistle. The swift Michael Fry just takes a second. He then steps up, shoots and scores, bending it into Michael Cooper's bottom right-hand corner as the keeper pounced the wrong way, and Queen's Park Rangers have a lifeline at Loftus Road. QPR 1, Blades 2. Back it comes to Varane, and the ball is touched wide to Smith. Smith is closed down by McCallum, and here's Varane once again, seen an awful lot of the ball. Rhian Brewster as Cook lifted over the top. McCallum's underneath it. McCallum again will be forced to clear, and now there's potential for a counter-attack. And here's Cannon. Cannon driving up to the corner of the penalty area. The Blaze £10 million man tries to go around his marker, teeing up Diaz! And Diaz, first time effort from just inside the penalty area, curled right-footed well wide. There'll be 6 minutes of time to be added on. In comes the cross from Dunn. Cooper comes for it. Dunn driving on the overlap. It's pulled back to Varane. Varane's cross hangs high into the penalty area, and arriving on the fly at Saito's crashing header. Michael Cooper will wait for the referee to blow his whistle. Driven up the pitch right foot. Cannon's after it. Partially cleared away. McCallum then heads it on. Varane, who's back there defending, will clear it away from the right back position. Here's Varane again with a misstep. Cannon was looking to try and make him pay. City Peck's crashing into the penalty area, but Morgan Fox scoops the clearance away. Wide it goes to Fox, who's high. Diagonal ball will come to the edge of the penalty area, and Dembele, who's dragged. Well, the QPR fans think he was dragged to the ground. The Blades play it out, and Cannon's after it. Up go the heads. McCallum heads it clear. The clock ticks down. Saito nips in and wins it away from Brewster. Fired into the penalty area. Fry's underneath it. tell everybody to get a move on. It was the QPR player that was distracting, as the referee does call full-time. Sheffield United victorious again on the road. They've beaten Queen's Park Rangers by 2-1. Ben Brereton Diaz opened the scoring, converting a Vinny Souza cross. A delightful finish from close range. Michael Cooper had to be at his best to deny Wang and Chair before Fry had a goal disallowed for offside. Tyrese Campbell's goal is a thing of beauty as he spectacularly returned to form to make it 2-0, and a nervy end ensued when Frey knocked in a penalty after a handball by Harrison Burrows.